talking rubbish. But there's plenty of cars there that I would definitely had, and you mentioned the Defenders. I think that new Defender looks smashing, and the Lotuses as well at the back.
And look, nestled right in the middle, the white Rolls-Royce Ghost. All about less is more this time round. Post-opulence.
What does post-opulence mean?
Oh, how long have you got? Essentially, refined, rare, special, beautiful. That's me.
Here we go.
Off we go.
Now, this is the Mustang Mach E 1400. It's sort of amped up version of the Ford Mustang Mach E, the electric car that will be coming to the UK quite soon. And that's a Porsche Taycan.
Yeah, that's Porsche Taycan. And at the wheel of that, we've got Andre Lotterer, I believe. Formula E.
He has a very particular set of skills, and he will find you in his Taycan. So,
this is quite a car, this car, isn't it, Richard? You've been in this, I think we've both been in this. This is just, you know, everyone raved about the step up and the step change in electric propulsion that this car engendered, but it really did. It wasn't hyperbole. It's an incredible car, isn't it?
oh, and look, there's a 911 Turbo, the latest 911 Turbo, which is not electric for now.
I think that's got Harry King at the wheel. Could be wrong. Leeds Carrera Cup, GB, Porsche GB, junior driver.
He's not hanging around, which suggests racing driver, and he's sitting low. Again, for racing drivers. Okay, this is the Audi R8 Green Hell, which is a limited edition to celebrate the fact that the R8 endurance racer has won the Nürburgring 24 Hours 5 times. So this car celebrates that with some stickers and red wheels.
Yep, just 50 will be built to make this a true collector's edition.
The Taycan's taken the Mach-E now. Is that because the Mach-E's been mucking around and doing a bit of tyre smoky stuff with its 7 electric motors and its crazy soundtrack? I'm not sure. Coming up as well, Porsche 911 Carrera there.
He's surrounded by Porsches. They're all over him.
I think that's because he's going for style over speed, and the Porsches. Oh, well now, there's some tyre smoke for you. That's the DB11.
Yeah, that's a nice bit about that, isn't it? I think that's there in AMR, guys. Aston Martin Racing, of course, those initials stand for. And they're showing us what it's all about with the AMR performance pack and certainly the design pack.
So that's a V12 in there. And you can see it has quite a lot of torque that lights up the back tyres. Now we have the DBS Volante. So that's the convertible version of their, I suppose that's the flagship, isn't it, the DBS? Because it's got over 700 horsepower and a very big mouth. Can effortlessly scoop up krill as it goes along. That's the V8 Vantage.
Yeah, nice big wing on the back of that for some very special downforce.
Is that an option? I've not seen that. I've been paying attention. There's the Monza we were talking about earlier on, the Monza SP2. It's a very limited variety. It's an 8112 is what it's based on, which is in itself it's a slow car, but then it does have the benefit of a windscreen. This obviously, you're at the mercy of the elements if you suddenly decide to do 170 miles an hour, and you may get hit in the face.
And there's that, the F8 Tributo, mid-rear engine, 3.9 litre twin-turbo V8 again, kind of the more user-friendly 488 Pista, would you say?
Well, yeah, but that's quite nutty in itself, because the 488 Pista comes from that great line of mid-engine Ferraris like the 458 Stradale, which, you know, they're the sort of hardcore ones, and they've taken some of that hardcoreness, made it more user-friendly, but it's pretty incredible, 710 horsepower. Now, that is the 812 GTS. The hazard's going on there, because he's braking so hard. It's a safety system that sort of makes you look like a bit of a tool on the track, but very good if you're on a motor, I suppose.
Most powerful series production car from Maranello. 0 to 62 in 2.9 seconds, 789 brake horsepower on board there.
Where does the horsepower war end, Erin?
Well, I'd like to say it ended with my Austin Metro back in about 1986.
The top end rather than the bottom.
Oh.
I mean, it is, the outputs just seem to keep going up, and I suppose with electric cars, you know, you buy her from Lotus and it's got 2,000 horsepower, so we're not going to be short of power even in the electrically powered future.
No, it's about putting it down.
Oh, Jag. F-Type.
Oh, now this, the F-Type R. I was locked down with this and locked down for many weeks and did my essential trips for essential products in a black one. And it's deceptive. People see it on the road think, oh, well, that's an F-Type. But this is super rapid, price tag with 6 figures. Feels proper supercar-ish.
Yeah, and that colour inspired by the custard in the Jaguar Canteen, I believe. Now, this is the McLaren Elva, which is another one of these cars where a windscreen is very much not included. Another limited car. They were going to do 299, is that right, or 399, and then they decided fewer cars, more exclusive. You can see that sort of grille on the bonnet is part of this active windscreen or faux windscreen thing where it shoots the air over the occupants.
Lisa, I think you'll find 249 will be made with prices starting at 1.4 million.
But they were going to make more, I think, and then they decided that in fact people would like it. Those who'd got one of the 249 would like it if there were fewer cars because then they're more exclusive. Their investment would be safe.
I'll buy an 815 horsepower turbocharged engine. Oh, crikey, here comes something. This is the Ford Mustang Mach 1, isn't it?
This is, yes, so this is a new limited edition. You can see the colour of the custard in Ford's Canteen is slightly different to that in Jaguar's. And this is going to be coming to this country next year. This one's an early left-hand drive one from the US. A V8, of course, this gets on the store.
And it's
you can have Fords.
It's a hell of, sorry, Richard, it's a hell of a lot of car for the money. I mean, they're thinking it will start around 50 grand.
Which is, yeah, because you're getting a lot there. Now, Italian custard. This is a Lamborghini Urus, which is an SUV, obviously. It's what can you say about the Urus?
Oh, well,
it's doing very well for them.
I took my kids to school in it, and they loved it.
Did they?
Yeah.
What did they like about it?
The noise.
Aha.
The M5. Yesterday we had the M440i. But anyway, it's a BMW M car, as you can see from all the packaging on it, and it's rapid. BMW has just unveiled the new 5 Series. This is obviously the flagship, top of the range. They've unveiled new specifications for it in the UK in touring and saloon form.
Now, this is your post office, whatever it was, Rolls-Royce Ghost.
My post-opulence.
Post-opulence, that's it, sorry.
Rolls-Royce, thank you.
It's a nice looking car, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think actually the less is more approach is not a bad thing. Here comes that Polestar that we were talking about in a similar shade.
Too, yeah.
Which is yet to drive. But yeah, I mean, for me, that car is all about connectivity. It's the first one to really use Google and everything that Google's got to offer in a car in a nutshell, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It's pure electric as well, we should have said. It's an all-electric car. It can get a shift on, as we can see here. But yes, if you suddenly want to look up who played the lead in a low, it's got full Google connectivity as well.
It's Brembo brakes, 292-mile range on that thing, 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds, so it doesn't hang around.
And it was Gordon Kay playing René Artois. We've got a whole gaggle of things, a couple of DBXs there, a good measure, and then the Polestar is hunting them down.
I do feel with that DBX, Matt Becker has just come up with gold once again. It unbelievably, that 2.2-ton SUV does handle a little bit like a Vantage does.
Matt Becker being ex-Lotus chassis engineer.
Yes,
I was underselling him. I can't remember what his job title is.
Chief engineer.
Chief engineer. Very clever man when it comes to tuning suspension. Lexus LC convertible. Oh, and the new Supra, not so new now, been around for a while.
I love that. The LC 500, you know, that naturally aspirated V8 is really smooth, premium, just lovely, 465 brake horsepower. The Toyota Supra slightly less, shares a lot of its stuff with the BMW Z4, of course.
It does, yeah, and has a BMW straight 6. I assume it does. There is a 4-cylinder Supra, isn't there? But I don't think this is it. This has got the 6, got a turbocharged 6 in it, and it's a very nice car to drive, I thought. Oh, now, this is another Lexus, the RCF Track Edition.
That's going to have quite a bit of carbon fibre on board, isn't it?
Of course it is. Carbon fibre, something about aerodynamics and downforce, and I'm sure it's great because it's got a very nice engine for a start.
And 4 seats.
4 seats, you see. watch and learn Ferrari Monza SP2. You could get kids in the back of that, and indeed in this, which is the Bentley Bentayga.
Yeah, that's quite a monster, that Bentayga. That's Bentayga speed, isn't it? Now, is that the one? No, that's not my champagne bottle Bentley, is it? Oh, we've got to wait a bit for that.
You told me yesterday you could get a magnum of champagne in the optional chiller in that.
Well, I was making it up.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm sure it has some kind of fridge on board, and you could put something in it, maybe a yoghurt or some Sunny Delight. I don't know, but
the
things
Flying
that Bentley
Spur. The Flying Spur, if we see that shortly, which is also on track here, the V8. That's got a rear fridge that can hold 2 full-size champagne bottles.
Blessed relief, because they often roll around the footwells otherwise, don't they?
Jaguar here with its revised XF.
Yeah, really nice interior on that now, and it's got that Trixie grille. The grille inserts are based on the vintage Jaguar logo, which they've started using all over the place. It's on the pedals of some of their cars as well. It's quite a neat detail. You don't sort of notice it's there until someone boring like me points it out, but it is a very nice detail on the grille of that car. People aren't that interested in saloons anymore, which is a shame, because I think it's quite nice looking.
It is a shame. I love a saloon. Plenty of space, practicality tick, handling tick.
Jaguar F-Pace. This is the plug-in hybrid one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And you and I are both fans of the plug-in hybrid as a concept, aren't we? Because, as you said yesterday, as long as owners do charge their beasts up overnight, you've probably got something like 30 miles electric range, which is good for most people's daily needs.
Yeah, you live in a city or a town, you're probably not doing more than that, and it's all low speed. Don't add to localised pollution, just tootle about on electric power. Then suddenly you need to go to Inverness for some reason, and you live in Exeter. Well, you've got a petrol engine to get you there with a bit of electric power. It's a little boost.
Here comes the first of the 2 mad as a box of frogs bright green Lamborghinis this weekend on track. This is the Harakan Evo rear-wheel drive. I've been singing the praises of this car. Astonishing. I had it in pale blue with a red roof and a tan interior in convertible form. But design aside, rear-wheel drive and Lamborghini, yes please, a little bit lighter, a little bit more agile on its feet.
And this is the Land Rover Defender 90, the 2-door, 3-door, take your pick. It's got a side hinge tailgate like an original Defender, and it's being chased down by its sister car, the 110, which is the 5-door, 4-door, again, don't write in. It's very, very good off-road if people are going to use it for that, but it's also really nice to drive on-road. And I think now they've put some new 6-cylinder engines in it. It only came out last week, and already they've replaced the engines with something which actually sounds, I've not tried it, like it might be really nice, because they're straight 6s, and straight 6s are always lovely, smooth kind of engines.
Also, look at that, the packaging on these 2 things. Jerry McGovern is indeed a genius, the chief designer at Land Rover. Look at that panel on the 110. That's because on the inside of that, you've got space to, it's a bit of a magazine rack type affair going on. You can slot your laptop in, there's even a charging point, your copy of Hello, whatever you take, Richard. The
only thing that annoys me more than champagne bottles rolling around in the car unsecured is my magazine collection being loose during G-forces. And old Jerry McGovern has thought of that. Last time I saw him doing something, he seemed to be wearing purple trousers, so it's amazing that he can yet oversee the design of something as good looking as these 2 Defenders.
They are quite something. They've really split opinion, as it always does when you take what is an icon, a much overused word, but I think we can fairly apply it to the Defender, and bring out a new one. The purists among us might say, oh, it's not what it was. I think it's a great reimagining.
I know. Why do people get so obsessed with the past? You don't get nostalgic for having scurvy, do you? And I have an old Defender. I own one of the last Defender 90s. And I mean, I love it to death, but I don't want the new one to be like it, because in so many ways it's awful. Doesn't mean I don't love it to death. I absolutely adore it. I'd never get rid of it. But these need to be modern cars for the modern world, and they are. And they've got lots of the kind of tech that people want now. Good.
Oh, well, that seems to be it. They've all disappeared.